So here's the DH82 with a first-person camera setup on it. It originally wasn't designed for it, but the SU-34 has shown me how good I am at flying into trees, so I thought I'd better fit this thing with a heads-up camera that I can use to tell if I'm about to crash into anything. But we have a slight problem. We'll just peek into there so you can kind of see the video feed if it will focus. Get in there. Okay, so I tug on the elevator, push forward on the elevator, same with the rudder. It gets worse as the thing's been on for a while. So when it starts out, there's just a white bar that comes down, and it eventually, you know, accelerates to this issue. And of course, if I use the ailerons have the wires that are running on the deck below that. And of course, they're going right past the transmitter. I'm hoping having the wire go along the outside here from the camera to the transmitter should help mitigate it. All of the other servo wires, they're running under the bottom chamber and coming out back here. We've got the transmitter back here, so it should hopefully, I would think, wouldn't be a problem. You can quite make out that yellow ring. All of the servo wires, every single per servo has a ferrite ring on it, looping through it 3 times. So we should be okay. Not sure what that means when it changes. I'll have to investigate that. So we have that going on. Maybe all of these servo wires should probably go through the bottom deck rather than the top deck. Just makes more room for the battery, but ideally I shouldn't be seeing this thing happening at all. Let's see, it's cooled down a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit. Of course, if I tug the, if I go full aileron and then full elevator, that's practically unflyable. It's not good. The throttle does not appear. Adjustments in throttle have a slight shudder. Let that run for a bit as it cools down. The shit, the throttle running. It doesn't seem to make a great deal of difference to the signal that's affected by the servos. What have we got here? We've got a 3-cell that's currently on storage power, and both the transmitter and the camera, they're tapping into the wire that's coming from the battery eliminator circuit. Inside here we've got a speed controller on one side and a battery eliminator circuit on the other. The battery eliminator circuit has a ferrite ring on it. Maybe I should install a ferrite ring on the signal from the throttle, but to be fair, we've got an issue here, a very strong interference problem from the servos, that, as you've seen, the throttle interference is negligible in comparison to it. So if I can fix whatever's causing that problem, I should hopefully be able to, I mean, it should affect the throttle as well, theoretically. I mean, I've covered everything in ferrite cores. There's a good, it looks to be, you know, 4 inches between the signal boxes for the controls and the signal box for the radio transmitter. Obviously bearing in mind that the head of the transmitter is very far away. So I'm suspecting that the issue has come from these wires. Oh, also the transmitter box is sitting in a little tray that I've made out of lager can aluminium, and I've wrapped that up completely in insulation tape. So trying to block the signal from getting in, yet it's still getting in despite the wires trying to keep as far away from all of this as possible. Is good. I suppose it could go a little bit lower. But yeah, if anybody can help me figure out how to get rid of this issue so I don't crash into a tree, that would be much appreciated. bearing in mind that the signal loss here, this is right next to it. If I go upstairs and face away from it, then yeah, you just cannot see what's going on, which means I might not be able to use my first person gear on an approach to a landing, and if I can't use it on an approach to landing, I might hit a tree, and unlike the Su-34, I can't just fall out of a tree with this thing and then recover like I have with the others, so help would be appreciated. Thank you very much.